LRADAC's 8th annual Rock for Recovery concert is coming up on September 23rd at Ice House Amphitheater in Lexington. And I have Robbie Robertson, Communications Director, and Ashley Bodiford, who is the Prevention Director. So tell us what Rock for Recovery means and what's going to be happening.
Sure. So Rock for Recovery is our signature fundraising event for our LRADAC Foundation. The foundation is our nonprofit arm, and the foundation, all the money we raise through the foundation goes to help recovery assistance for people who want to enter recovery, but who may be unable to pay on their own or who may be uninsured. So in the past 3 concerts, we've raised almost $100,000 or over $100,000, and all of that money goes directly to help people enter recovery. So we're really excited. Last year was one of our best years ever. And you were there helping. You were our DJ, so I think you helped sweeten the pot. And
let me tell you,
thank you for that.
I tell you, I honestly, that was my first time seeing Edwin McCain. And oh my goodness, he blew me away. It was a great treat. Yes.
He was really, really great. And we've got, this year, we've got something a little different. It's a tribute band for Creedence Clearwater Revival, and they're called Revisiting Creedence. And they're a really incredible band. They do all of CCR's old hits like Susie Q, Born on the Bayou, everything you've been humming for the past, or that I've been humming for the past 30 years. And it's a really interesting tribute band. I'm actually calling it a legacy band because the guys, the front guys in this band actually have toured and worked with the original band over the years. So they have a direct lineage to the original CCR band. So they've really got the sound down and have the history involved. So it's going to be a real fun night, that swamp rock kind of sound. And then before that, we have a DJ Prince Ice here from Columbia. And he's going to be spinning.
My DJ.
Yeah, that's right. And he's going to be spinning records from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And so probably, I think, about an hour and a half before the concert. And so it's going to be real fun to have those old school hits playing in the Ice House Amphitheater. And then you can go up and get your dinners. We've got a lot of food trucks, really, really great food this year. And it's also an alcohol-free event, which is really rare for concerts here in the Midlands because, there's not a safe place for a lot of people in recovery to go, where there's not, alcohol, beer around. And so this is not only to raise money for recovery, but it's also a place for people in recovery and their families to come to enjoy a fun night without having a bunch of booze around.
How can people get their hands on some tickets for the event?
Yeah, so they can go to eventbrite.com. It's eventbrite.com and just search for Rock for Recovery or Revisiting Creedence. And we'll be the first thing that comes up for the September 23rd concert. And you can buy them straight through Eventbrite, and they're $25 a person. Come hungry.
Yeah.
And come early.
Yes, definitely.
We're actually opening the doors at 5:30 with the food trucks so people can take their time and get really fill up on this incredible food. We've got some really, really good cuisine here at this event. And then also listen to DJ Prince Ice while they get in the mood for some good swamp rock with the CCR.
I'm excited for that 90s throwback.
I want the 80s.
Okay, we'll share.
The 80s.
Born in the 80s, raised in the 90s. Okay.
Let's talk about the impact that Rock for Recovery has had over the years.
Absolutely. I think the biggest impact is it's twofold. It's spreading the message of what LRADAC does, but also raising money to help the people who need it the most. Especially, we've had a rough couple of years, and we've had a lot more statistics about substance misuse, are just skyrocketing. And so to be here and to let people know that we are the resource for people to come and get help and get the treatment that they need. But also, too, the fact that this event helps raise money for people who can't afford service on their own or afford treatment on their own.
Ashley, I want you to talk to us a little bit about what you do on a daily basis. I understand that you come in contact with, people talking about substance abuse. Sometimes you're hearing a lot about stigma. So give us a little run through on a daily basis what you're hearing.
Yeah, absolutely, Koko. I think something we really are striving to work towards every day is reducing the stigma that is associated with people that are living with a substance use disorder or living in recovery. Unfortunately, substance use disorders are still very stigmatized and looked at as not a true disease, like somebody that may have high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease. And we want people to understand that those are the same type of disease. They are diseases that we can treat with a variety of different methods. People come to their recovery on their own path, and LRADAC honors those individual paths to recovery, supporting each person where they are and getting them where they want to be. And we really want to make sure that each individual that's living with a substance use disorders knows and understands that they will not be stigmatized for that when they come to see us at LRADAC, that we want them to come see us. We want them to come and make some good choices, some healthy choices, and to let us support them on that path. In the same sense, we want to make sure that our general community also understands that people living with substance use disorders are not people who have moral failures or who are living, in these dangerous lifestyles and are, not good members of our society, because they are. We know people can recover each and every day, and they can maintain that recovery. And it's up to all of us to support that process. Again, as we work to maintain healthy and safe communities, it takes all of us to be able to do that.
People who might be listening right now who could be suffering and they're hearing themselves through this interview. Talk to them how they can access your services.
Absolutely. So LRADAC has 2 locations in Richland and Lexington counties. And so we welcome at all those locations. We would love you to come to either of our buildings. We have walk-in hours for individuals who are looking to come, maybe get an assessment and maybe see what their options are for their plan of care. We have several different resources as well that individuals can access, such as Narcan, such as Deterra, fentanyl test strip kits, things like that are at no cost to them, and they do not have to be current patients with us at LRADAC. Anybody can walk into our building and ask for those resources, get just a little bit of information, and then you walk away with it anytime you need it. There's no minimum, no maximum. So we want people to just come see us and talk with us about what you're looking for and help us design a plan of action that best fits your needs.
For people listening who may know of someone who is struggling, what would you say some steps that we could take?
I love that question, Koko. It's one we forget to talk about a lot. So thank you for asking that, because I think just as good neighbors and good people, we just love and give grace to people that are walking this path. It can be difficult to understand this path if it's not something you've experienced firsthand as an individual, but working and walking through substance use disorder can be very emotional. It can be very frustrating. It can be very taxing on individuals and families. And so I think for us, we would say just give love, support, and grace. Allow people to maybe know about resources that you know about. So if someone is listening to this and thinks maybe I should tell my friend about LRADAC, yes, please tell them about LRADAC and let them know that it's a safe place, it's a loving place, and we really do want people to come see us and share their story with us so we can share resources with them to get them to where they're looking to live.
And Koko, often family members are the first line of, what would you call it?
Yeah.
Line of, who call us,
Yes,
asking about family members.
absolutely.
And that's a big, what do you call it? A bridge to treatment.
Definitely.
Sure.
Yes. I think people are struggling with a substance use disorder. They already have their own internal stigmas about themselves, which is something we don't often talk about, but they really do. And it's unfortunate, and then if they're met with some community perception and it validates their own internal thoughts, it makes it really difficult for people to seek treatment options. It's a brave step, and it's a step that we very much respect and say that you're so brave to come and share your story and to put the effort in to make that change. So if we can support our individuals, our friends, our families, our neighbors, even people we don't know, we want people to live well and be well. And so that's really our role is creating that safe space for people to be able to do that.
Robbie Robertson, Ashley Bodiford, LRADAC. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
Thanks for
Koko.
having us, Koko.